are honored this morning that the Attorney General of the United States, Eric Holder, and the United States Secretary of Education, Arne Duncan, have come to Chicago to talk with us about how the federal government and the city of Chicago can better work together to end the violence against our young people. The needless and brutal violence that continues to take our children from us is an outrage. Even one child lost to violence is one too many in our city. I am very thankful that it is also the outrage of the administration leaders in Washington, D.C.
The video was a sad reminder of the harshness and the cruelty that remains all too prevalent in many parts of this country. Youth violence is not a Chicago problem, any more than it is a black problem, a white problem, or a Hispanic problem. It is something that affects communities big and small, and people of all races and all colors. It is an American problem.
What's different, and I think this is probably actually heartbreaking, that it takes capturing a death on video to wake the country. Nothing against anyone here, but when we were dealing with children being shot every single day, I never saw a crowd like this, ever. And so something about seeing something on video seems to wake up this country.
Talk of the school. Y'all heard about that boy on the south side that got beat up? No, I ain't hear about it. So they logged on to the computer. It was on the news on the WG, I think it was Fox. And they showed the clip. I watched the clip and everything. So I'm like, wow. When I saw it, I'm like, wow.
It was just horrible. I felt sad. I felt like they took it to the max. I felt like once a man down, he's down. And I felt like that, like the teachers, they didn't even do nothing. You saw the video, right? Afterwards, they came out and then they went to grab him. Like, what's up with that? So I don't appreciate that. Like, not at all. I didn't.
It had me sick to my stomach. Watching it on video, I think that just kind of really, just resounded with me, and it kind of put it on a global scale where nationally you had people wondering what's going on in Chicago. It's been crazy like that for as long as I can remember. I'm 25 years old, and what the kids are going through today, I'm not surprised by it because when I was growing up, it was the same thing. Only thing now is it's a little bit worse, and you have kids who don't have anything to lose. Like back in the day, it was more cold. You wouldn't run up on elderly people and rob them and mug them and shoot them, and you wouldn't do the same thing to kids. But now it happens every day. Well, what you can see here is just this happened last Friday. Nobody knows exactly who did it, but one of the cleaning crew ladies got her window bust in on Friday, and as well as a couple other people. There's pretty much a lot of cars that were just along this block just had the window smashed out of it. I mean, there's known gangs in the area.
Just don't stop. Gangs come by, shoot, dip, chill out, come back the next day, shooting again.
They were shooting from that angle, and I guess one of the bullets popped off and hit the glass. And when the glass came in, one of the boys were like ducking, and I guess he wasn't ducking like away from the window, and it like cut open her hair, and they had to call the ambulance, and he went to the hospital, and he had to have a patch on his eye.
I should be able to just walk to the store and have zero worries, but that's not the reality here. A lot of these kids around here, they gotta watch their back before they walk out their door. Their eyes get cut every direction. I feel like that's just something that someone growing up in an urban area deals with, and someone in the suburbs, they might not have to. It's a police station right across the street, but oftentimes the police officers don't do anything. It's only so much you can do when you have kids who are lost with no direction. They're gonna do what they want to do. So regardless if the center's here or a police station's here, it's kind of what it is, and what it is right now is it's a sad point. The Chicago Youth Center is to prepare them for life. We start with kids at a young age, and we continue working with them up through their young adolescent years until they get to college. Parents bring their kids over to fellowship because it's a safe haven. It's a way to get outside of all the riffraff and the strife and the violence that's going on outside. It's like a happy place.
If this wasn't existed, I think I would be more into that stuff. But since I came here, they pulled me out of it, and I had fun here and stuff like that.
I like the youth centers because there's a lot of activities I feel it's safer in here than in my house because the gangbangers in the surroundings around already know that my brother was a former banger, and they know he lived there. So like, I don't know if I want to be there. I guess as safe as here.
This fellowship, I think is doing a good thing because like it keeps people like they're occupied and they're not on the streets doing the stuff. They're occupied.
Umoja is still here at Manly, working with many other schools throughout the city now. Umoja believes in keeping students at the center, so we do holistic youth development work. That means that we do everything from having the one-on-one conversation with a student who's cutting class about why they're not going to class, to ACT prep, to working on college applications, to intensive leadership development. In addition to direct work with students, we also really help coach teachers and administrators in thinking about how do we make schools the ideal environment for the students that are attending them.
It's a great program. I met Umoja last year, my junior year, and once I found out about it, it was a great program. They help you with your homework, and like it's during your lunch period. You can only come down there during your lunch period and after school. So they helped me with my homework, and I can catch up on like classwork. So like I have a class the next period. Say if I didn't do the homework that period, I could do it during my lunch. So I completed the assignment, and everything's good. And they just help you. They take time out to help you, and then plus they help you prepare yourself for college.
They putting an impact. They're getting an impact on our communities, you know. But we just got to add to it. Everybody got to support it. I mean, they just can't go out there with no support. We have to support it before we have a dramatic change, you know. We need to overcome all this hatred and jealousy we have among each other and just love each other.